Madam Vice Chairman, the health of the people is a very important thing, but I find it as the most neglected one in our country today. The country is spending crores of rupees over some aspects of reconstruction, but the provision for the physical well being of man and his good health continues to be very disappointing. Madam, speaking on the 5 year plan the other day, our planning minister said in the other house that the position of raw material and other factors is such that there are some highly industrialized states, there are some so called industrialized states, and there are some states like Kerala and Uttar Pradesh which are not at all industrialized, and he gave the reasons for that. I find that in the matter of health, particularly medical education, the health ministry also follows some such thing. There are states which have a number of medical colleges. There are states which have an abundance of doctors, and there are states like Uttar Pradesh where the number of doctors compared to the population of 7 crores is very little, and medical education continues to be lacking. The health ministry does not appear to be anxious about bringing a uniform arrangement of medical education throughout the country. In the case of industries, there may be some justification, but all the citizens are equal in the eyes of the constitution, and they should be equal in the eyes of the health ministry also. Their health should be looked after equally. The health of the people cannot be looked after equally as long as there is inadequate arrangement for medical education in some states, while there are more than the number of qualified doctors required in other states. Madam, there is a great demand that doctors should go and live in rural areas. In the rural areas of Uttar Pradesh, particularly, there are dispensaries which have not been manned by doctors for years together. That may be the state of affairs in other states also. All over the country, there is a great dearth of medical arrangements in the rural areas, and we are told that this is because the doctors are not willing to go to rural areas. I want to know what is the incentive that the health ministry offers to the doctors who will go and live in rural areas. I was in the Soviet Union 6 years back. I found that government personnel which were posted in the rural areas were given handsome allowance because it was realized that they were denied a number of entertainments which were available in the cities. It was realized that they had to make arrangements for the education of their children in the cities. I found that doctors as well as other government personnel posted in the rural areas were given handsome allowances because they were stationed in rural areas. Here we pay lip service to the rural areas. We become poetic in praise of the riot, but we do not find even the slightest encouragement, even the slightest incentive for even the medical personnel who will go and live in the rural areas and save the life and health of the people on whom our food production depends. I feel that unless something of this sort is done, this disparity between urban areas and rural areas will continue. Dear sirs, we are in receipt of your letter of the 14th instant regarding the exercise books recently delivered to you. We are naturally very sorry indeed that such an unfortunate mistake should have been made and assure you of our intention to put the matter right with the least possible delay. The books were sent to you immediately. They were received from the printers and, in fact, were dispatched without our having an opportunity of examining them before they left the premises. We note that you have returned the consignment to us, and on receipt, we will ask the printers to replace the present covers with new ones, which will correspond with the ruling inside. We are sorry to note that you should have received a consignment of cash books marked on the cover as ledgers, and especially as delivery had been so considerably delayed. Any expense incurred by you will be deducted from your account. We have been in touch with the suppliers and they ask us to offer you their apologies and to give their assurance that every effort will be made to return the books to you as soon as possible. We thank you for your inquiry concerning the printing of programs. We are in a position to undertake this work and to guarantee delivery within a time specified in your letter. An estimate will be sent to you during the next few days. Yours faithfully,